The slap of boots echoed in the parade hall. The smell of brass polish and sweat clung to the air. He stood there, her father, the general, jaw locked, voice booming. "You're a traitor." His hands were on my collar before the words finished vibrating in the rafters. Buttons snapped. The weight of my uniform slid off my shoulders, piece by piece. Men I'd bled with stared in silence. Some looked away. Others waited. I didn't resist. I let the ritual humiliation unfold. The shirt came last. He wrenched it down, exposing my back. Gasps. A ripple in the air. The admiral rose from his seat at the far end of the hall. Slowly, like gravity itself had shifted. His eyes widened. He whispered, almost reverent, "Oh God, sir, he outranks you." The room stilled. Her father froze, still gripping the fabric in his fists. And I just stood there, bare-backed, letting the silence choke them. It started months earlier. A shift in her eyes when she looked at me. The smile that stopped reaching both corners of her mouth. She spoke to her father more than to me. Sometimes I'd come home to find them in the kitchen, her head bowed as he spoke low, like giving orders. She called it family guidance. I called it something else. Then the assignments started changing. Reassigned postings. Orders arriving unsigned, routed through channels that didn't make sense. On paper, it looked like coincidence. But my instincts? The same ones that kept me alive in hostile cities halfway around the world, told me it wasn't. One night I intercepted a message, encrypted, but not well enough. Her father's name, my name, a word I hadn't heard in years, compromised. No accusations yet, no confrontation, just a cold, tightening coil in my gut. I didn't tell her I knew. I smiled, kissed her forehead in the mornings. Watched her flinch just enough for me to notice. My investigation had to be silent. I traced orders back to their origin, found they'd been altered, bypassing standard command. Someone wanted me in places where my presence would draw suspicion. Her father was moving pieces, and she was helping him. Dinner conversations grew shorter, her phone always face down. I dug deeper, not just military channels, personal ones, financial records, meetings logged under innocuous names, a hidden account under her maiden name. The pieces fell together like rounds chambering. They weren't just trying to strip me of rank, they were building a file, false, but detailed enough to destroy me. I thought of confronting her, but I remembered her father's stare, the way he once told me, "Loyalty is proven under pressure." So I waited. I let them think they were closing the trap. The final piece came from an unexpected source, an old contact buried in intelligence. He sent me a dossier. Inside, their plan. Every altered order, every falsified report, every whispered meeting logged and timestamped. Her father had even prepared a public statement for the tribunal. My wife's affidavit was already signed. They'd accused me of selling classified intel. And then, buried on the last page, an assumption that no one else would dare question. Subject holds no authority beyond current rank. They had no idea. I still held my clearance. And a secondary commission, one level above his own. It had been dormant, unspoken. Only a handful in the entire fleet even knew it existed. The tattoo on my back? Not decoration, it was designation, and it outranked him. The day of the public stripping came fast. Her father called the unit together. He wanted a spectacle. He wanted me broken in front of them. I let him. Every insult, every accusation, every ripped seam in my uniform, until the shirt fell. The ink on my back caught the light. Black lines, sharp and deliberate, rank in a way only the highest could read. The Admiral's reaction was everything I'd envisioned. Fear first, Then recognition. "Sir, he outranks you." It was louder this time. The whole hall heard. Her father's hands dropped. Not because he wanted to, because he realized he was now the one standing on trial. I turned slowly, met her eyes. No words. Just the kind of look that says, checkmate. In the aftermath, there were no charges against me. Against them? That's another story. She tried to explain, said it was a misunderstanding, said her father was only protecting family interests. I listened, and then I walked out without a word. There's a freedom in letting someone see the ruin they made, and knowing you didn't have to lift a hand to return it. War isn't always fought with bullets. Sometimes it's fought with silence, patience, and timing. I didn't need to punish them. Their own actions had done the job. The last thing I heard as I left the base that day was the echo of the Admiral's words. He outranks you. And that was enough.